Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. This is Joe Nicasio. The topic of today is there are trillions of dollars circulating in the economy. Are you getting your share? And I think it's absurd. It's comical. It's fun. People are complaining. I don't. There's not enough money, or I can't make enough money. And the truth is there are trillions of dollars circulating around the world in the economy, the economies, the multiple economies, and people complain about the lack of money. The Congress here in the United States just passed $1.7 trillion spending bill on top of the $1 trillion spending bills they passed last year. So the real question is why not for you? And I want to just challenge you. Let me challenge you. Are you up for a challenge? I want you to witness the wealth, okay? Go outside and just watch the cars driving by. Oh, there's a $30,000 car. There's an $85,000 car. There's a $15,000 junker. As you start, oh, there's $1 million commercial building. There's a $500,000 home. And there's wealth that you can witness, and there's wealth that's invisible too. Right now, people are doing bank transactions on their phone through the Wi-Fi and the cellular network. Millions of dollars of bank transactions are going through your body right now because people are, doing PayPal, and they're doing Venmo, and they're doing Cash App, and they're doing Zelle, and they're using their banking system. So, the real question here is why aren't you getting your share? Why aren't you getting your share of the trillions that are circulating around you? The truth is commerce is happening everywhere. And, once upon a time, I made a list of 60 reasons why smart people aren't making money. But, here's the problem is if you're not making the kind of money you would like to make, you don't understand value. Maybe you don't understand the rules of the marketplace. Money comes to those who create value. Maybe you don't understand why people spend money. And so let's look at a solution here so you can really understand this. You spend money all the time. You spend money on, let's just say, your rent or your mortgage. Why do you spend money on, your housing? Because life is better when you got a roof over your head. Thank God I'm rich. I got a roof over my head. Millions of people last night slept, on the streets or under a freeway. Um, you know, uh, so we spend money on things that make our life better. Why do you get your brakes fixed on your car? Because life is better when you got brakes that work versus brakes that don't. Why do you go get your teeth fixed when you got a toothache? Because life. Why do you spend money with the dentist? Because life is better to have teeth that are healthy. And so we spend money on things that make our life better. So if you want to get your piece of some of those trillions, you need to communicate how you make people's lives better. You need to really know how you make people's lives better and offer something that makes people's lives better. Because if you're not making people's lives better, you're probably not receiving much money. Money comes to those who create value. What is value? It's the improving the conditions of the client. Okay. And so, the if you want to receive a lot, you got to learn to give a lot, and you got to, there's two ways to give. You can give in a way, that solves problems. There are two kinds of problems: the ones people will pay to solve, and the ones they won't pay to solve. So, if you're solving one of those problems that people will pay to solve, chances are you're going to be in business and you're going to be making money. And so, we spend money on things that make our life better, and it's not what we say. A lot of people are looking for the magic words. What do I need to say to get them to buy from me? And that's not really where it's at. What do I need to give that's so darn valuable that people go, you know what, I'll give you money for that because what you're giving is more valuable than the money that I have. I'm willing to give up some of my money in order to get what you're offering. And so here's what I do know is if you do give to others, if you are a massive contribution in the marketplace, if you do things that make people's lives significantly better, people will spend money with you. And it feels good when you make an offer and people say, you know what, I want that. I'll give you money for that. And let me tell you a story about one of my past clients, a guy named Jack Howes. Jack had a concrete restoration business, and he was running ads that were working a little bit, and he was going on sales calls, to restore concrete. And his LA Times ad had some mistakes in it, just straight up understanding what works in marketing. We corrected his ad in the LA Times, and it improved lead generation by 40% per week. The other thing we did is we improved his sales process so he could help communicate the value to people when they would go give an estimate. When I first started working with him, his closing ratio was about 17%. 17 out of 100 people were buying. And I'm thinking, if people are saying, I have a cracked concrete, I have a cracked driveway, I have a cracked sidewalk, I have a cracked patio, if they called for an estimate, they probably wanted those cracks fixed. And so we changed his approach where people understood and appreciated, we got him to change his thinking that, he basically thought that most people won't spend the money. And we got him to change his thinking that if they're making the call in the first place, they probably want that concrete restored. And what happened is he went from 17% closing ratio to over 70% closing ratio. And he was making so much more money because the more leads were coming in and their sales closing, their estimating was closing more sales. And they ended up buying 3 vehicles. They got three new crews of 3 people to go out and do the work, and they hired a new estimator. So they had 2 estimators now, and their company really blew up and exploded. So look, I know it's true that if you can communicate your value better, more people will spend money with you. If you can show people how I improve your conditions, if you can communicate to people how you improve conditions, people will spend more money with you. You can get your piece of some of those trillions. I'm not promising you that you'll be a trillionaire or a billionaire, but you can definitely make more money than you're currently making. Look, I've done it for myself. I've improved my business abilities. I've done it for thousands of other clients, and I could possibly do it for you. Here's the real question is, would you like my help? Would you like to be next? And if you would like help learning how you can be more valuable in the marketplace, this is what I do. I'm Joe Nicasio. I'm a business advisor, business consultant, business coach, marketing expert, sales expert. So if you want the help's available, but you do need to reach out and let me know that you're interested in receiving that help. So this is Joe Nicasio, your business coach. There are $1 trillion circulating in the economy. I mean, they just passed a $1.7 trillion new spending bill this year. So if you're thinking that there's scarcity and there's no money out there, that's just simply not true. You're lying to yourself. Okay. The real question is how can I get people to see my value so I can get a little piece of that circulation? And when people see, oh, you make their life better, then they will say, you know what, I want some of that. I want my life to be better. You probably want your life to be better. And that's why we spend money. We always spend money on things that make our life better. We also spend money on things that don't make our life better. But that's another conversation. Anyway, if you want the help's available. This is Joe Nicasio, your business coach. God bless you and have an amazing day.